Every year in the United States, thousands of drivers get pulled over for modifications they didn't even know were illegal. Some of these mods look harmless, some even look cool on Instagram and TikTok, but in the wrong state, at the wrong time, they can get you handcuffed, not just ticketed. Today, we're counting down 10 car mods that have gotten real American drivers arrested. Number 1 might genuinely shock you. Before we start, comment your state below, because what's legal in Texas might get you arrested in California. Number 10. Illegally dark window tint. A tint job for privacy or style, done in an afternoon. But most states cap how much light your windows must let through, usually around 35 to 70%, depending where you live. States like California, New York, and Pennsylvania enforce this hard. Go below the limit, and some officers won't just ticket you, they'll detain you until they can confirm who's inside the car. Drivers have been pulled out of their vehicles simply because police couldn't see their hands through the glass. What do you think about tint laws? Too strict or fair for safety? Comment below. Number 9. Straight-piped catless exhaust systems. That deep, aggressive engine roar from car meet videos. In most U.S. states, it's illegal on public roads. Removing the catalytic converter to get that sound violates the Federal Clean Air Act. States like California and Colorado run mandatory emissions checks, and catless cars fail instantly, sometimes triggering fines in the thousands. Some drivers have had their entire car impounded over a single modified exhaust. Would you risk the fine for that sound? Let me know in the comments. Number 8. Blue or red underglue in headlight lighting. Blue and red lights look striking under a car at night, but in all 50 states, blue and red lights are legally reserved for police and emergency vehicles. Get pulled over with them, and you're not looking at a lighting ticket, you're looking at a charge for impersonating an emergency vehicle. That's a criminal charge, not a fix-it ticket. Should drivers be allowed to use any color they want? Comment yes or no. Number 7. Radar jammers. Some drivers install these hoping to dodge a speeding ticket completely, but radar jammers are illegal under FCC regulations nationwide because they interfere with regulated radio frequencies used by law enforcement. Getting caught with one isn't a traffic stop. It can bring federal charges and fines up to $16,000 per violation. A basic radar detector, legal in most states. A jammer, a federal offense. Did you even know jammers were illegal? Comment below. Number 6. Extreme wheel stance and camber kits. Pushing wheels outward for that aggressive stanced look has become huge online. But when tires stick out past the fender, most states classify that as an unsafe modification. States like Virginia and New Jersey are notorious for failing stanced cars during inspection, sometimes pulling the registration entirely. It's one of the most common reasons heavily modified cars get taken off the road completely. Form over function, or is stance culture just misunderstood? Comment your take. Number 5. Altering or removing a VIN. This one moves from modification into serious federal crime. Grinding off or altering a vehicle identification number is a federal offense in the United States, often tied directly to stolen vehicle trafficking. Even swapping in unregistered parts from another car without paperwork can trigger an investigation. This isn't a fine, this is handcuffs. Number 4. Street-legal nitrous systems used illegally. Nitrous can add a real burst of horsepower in seconds, but driving with an active, unregulated nitrous system on public roads is treated as reckless endangerment in several states due to fire risk and the sudden power spike in traffic. On the track, usually fine. On the street, a completely different legal category. Would you ever run nitrous on the street? Be honest in the comments. Number 3. Disabling airbags or safety restraints. Some owners remove airbags during interior builds or weight reduction projects, but disabling factory safety equipment is illegal in every U.S. state, and if that car is later in an accident, it can shift full liability onto the driver. One modification, one accident, a completely different legal outcome. Number 2. Diesel defeat devices. This became one of the biggest scandals in automotive history.
Installing software or hardware to trick emissions testing is a direct violation of EPA regulations. It's the exact violation behind the infamous Volkswagen diesel scandal, which cost the company over $30 billion in fines and settlements. What looks like a simple performance chip can carry consequences worth millions. Did you know EPA violations like this could cost that much? Drop a comment. Number 1. License plate flippers and privacy covers. Devices that hide, flip, or blur a license plate at the push of a button sound like something out of a movie, but they're illegal in nearly every U.S. state, specifically because they're linked to evading toll cameras, red light cameras, and police identification. In many states, simply possessing one, installed or not, is enough for an arrest. It's the only modification built specifically to break the law, and police treat it exactly that way. So, there you have it, 10 mods that can turn a routine traffic stop into a real arrest. Now I want to know, which of these mods do you think should actually be legal in the US? Comment down below if you think any of these should be unbanned. And if you learned something new today, subscribe, because there's a lot more where this came from.